Hey everybody, what's happening? It's Mr. Morrow. How you guys doing? Happy Feel Good Friday. Oh my God, this is why we do Feel Good Friday. We definitely need to focus on the positive. So that's step one, okay? I think I put it on your Google Doc. Assignments for the day, gotta focus on the positive, okay? So whatever is good in your life, whatever you're looking forward to, whatever you're happy about, grateful about, go with that. Go with that all day. Okay. These are interesting times. So go with it. Be happy. Again, you're not in control of really anything else other than your own attitude and your own perspective. So focus on the positive, as hard as that is sometimes. Enjoy the day. Okay. Let me talk at you a little bit about adolescence. You see these beautiful people here. This is us, of course. We saw this was one of the last images we saw in class before we got out of there. So keep smiling, y'all. I miss you, and we will definitely talk soon. In the future, we might do like a Google Hangout or a Zoom video. I'm still ramping up the learning curve on that. So maybe you guys could help me in the future with that and let me know if that's something you want to do, a Hangout or a Zoom video. Yeah, let me know, and we'll just kind of take it day by day next week as well too. Okay. Last time we were together, we looked at this guy, G. Stanley Hall. He was one of the first developmental psychologists way back there in the early days to study adolescence. He's actually the one that came up with the term adolescence. And he was interested in young people and how young people see the world and how they develop and grow up. He's got some very interesting quotes as well that we talked about in some of the last classes that we were there. Next week, we will talk a little bit more about the one that just popped up, the curve of despondency. It's not all negative, of course, but definitely in adolescence, it's a very, very interesting period of growth. And he talked about a curve of despondency, but also modern day psychologists like Dr. Jean Twenge in that article you read, Have Smartphones Destroyed a Generation? She talks about that in current times with the use of technology and social media. So next week we'll talk about some of the heavier issues, such as depression, teen suicide. I got a couple interesting podcasts to look at. But of course, love that last bullet point. It's not all negative, right? It's a new birth because you guys and girls are not little kids anymore, of course. You're not maybe fully adults yet. Many people at the beautiful age of, say, 16 or 17 or 18 don't describe themselves as adults, but you're not little kids, and that's an interesting thing. So new traits in the human being are now born. So goodbye, G. Stanley Hall. And hello, Lawrence Kohlberg. This is the guy I want to talk with you just for a quick minute because you're going to be doing a reading on him in just a short little bit. He basically spent his whole life studying cognitive, specifically moral development in young people, in adolescence. And he started by giving people a story called The Heinz Dilemma, which you'll soon read. I don't want to give anything away, but it's a short story, very short story, quick paragraph about a man and a woman that were faced with a dilemma. They needed medicine, they couldn't afford the medicine. How were they going to get the medicine? So Heinz does something that's questionable, and you have to think about, well, was he justified or not in those actions? And Kohlberg found out there's really a series of three stages, each stage with, say, a different subset, six subsets for a total of three stages of morality that people go through as they grow. And it's interesting. It's interesting from a psychological, but also a philosophical viewpoint to kind of get into this and examine it. So I'm going to be quiet now, let you guys go read the Lawrence Kohlberg reading and think about the Heinz Dilemma and respond to the Google Doc. We'll get some ideas out there. And again, next week, we can maybe do some FaceTiming through Google Hangouts or Zoom videos just to check in. And I hope all is well. You guys keep your chins up. Have a beautiful, beautiful weekend. The sun is going to be coming out soon, and spring is on its way. Remember, tough times don't last, but tough people do. All right, guys, we'll see you soon. Take good care.